Hi everyone, hope pretty okay. So today I am filming, finally, my New York haul. I've been back for probably a good 3 to 4 weeks and all this stuff has just literally been sitting in shopping bags on my blogging room floor waiting for me to haul it, and I'm finally here today. I'm going to do it. So I think all the things are very happy that they're finally going to be able to be put back into our home. But I thought that today I did a lot of shopping when I was in New York. You can catch up with all my vlogs and what kind of happened in my New York vlogs, so if you want to look at them you can look at them afterwards. But yeah, I did a lot of shopping and I did a lot of kind of beauty fashion shopping, and I put it to Twitter and was like, right guys, should I split it into two or should I just do a really long haul? And literally 99%, I think apart from one person, everyone was like, just put it in the long haul. So that's what we're doing today, because I thought this will go live on a Sunday, which today is a Sunday, and I was like, you know, if you're going to put a long video up, you may as well put it up on a Sunday, because Sundays usually in my book are kind of for long YouTube video days. So first of all, I have got a pair of shoes, and these are Vans basically. I cannot remember the proper name of them, but I bought these from a shop called Famous Footwear, and they had this deal on that it was buy one get one half price of all shoes. And my sister was buying some Vans already, and we were trying to work out whether she wanted another pair for the half price because it was a really, really good offer. And then I'd been looking for some black Vans, and then I was like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? And then when we actually worked out for the 2 pairs of Vans, it was going to come to $70, which between us would be like $35, which worked out about 20 quid. And we were like, you wouldn't be able to get a pair of Vans back home for 20 quid. So we decided to go halves, and I would buy these and she would buy her shoes. And yeah, they're just basically black shoes. I thought they'd be quite good to wear with like jeans and stuff when I'm running into town, because all of my kind of pumps are white, so they get dirty very, very easily. So I wanted some black ones. So next up, one of the shops I was most excited to visit about in New York, that made no sense whatsoever, but basically I really wanted to go to Brandy Melville, because we have got Brandy Melvilles in the UK. We've got like 2 in London, I think, but they are kind of a lot more expensive compared to America, because all the prices are on the tag and you can just tell the difference between England and America, so you kind of have to pay a little bit more. But I kind of fell in love with Brandy Melville stuff. It's kind of my perfect shop because it's very basic, it's very simple. So I was super excited about visiting an American store, and we went to 2. There was one in Soho and then one on Princess Street, which is literally a couple of blocks away, and it's down here. Ta-da! I was actually quite restrained. I thought I was just going to go into Brandy Melville and like throw money at them, but I was quite well restrained, to be honest. So I picked up a couple of t-shirts, sorry Frank, and I have worn both of these t-shirts and I've literally just shoved them back in, but I picked up this kind of maroon striped kind of half crop top, half normal top. Basically all the tops in Brandy Melville are slightly cropped, which is kind of annoying because I'm not really a kind of crop top kind of girl unless it's underneath some dungarees. So yeah, so everything's kind of slightly cropped, which is a little bit annoying, but this is probably the kind of t-shirt I tuck in, so it doesn't matter too much. But it's just really nice material and I love the colour. I'm obsessed with this colour, and you're going to tell that within this haul because literally everything I've bought is like this maroon colour. The next thing that I bought was another t-shirt, and if you watch my vlogs, I actually wore this outfit in one of my vlogs, and it's actually one of my favourite outfits from the whole trip. So again, it's just a striped t-shirt, and I think that is navy rather than black, but yeah, just like a navy kind of trim on the neck, and then just very basic striped. But the thing about the Brandy Melville stuff is it's super, super soft, so it's really, really nice to wear. And then I picked up the, I'm going to just hail it as the perfect skater skirt, because all summer long I have been searching for the perfect skater skirt. It's been a very hard mission, I'll tell you that, but I found it, and I found it at Brandy Melville, so I was super, super happy. It's basically looks like this. It's kind of like this kind of almost dancing leotard material, which I'm not 100% sure on, but it fits really, really lovely and just kind of skims, so I'm super happy with it. And I think it was about $24 I want to say, which is really, really like not expensive at all. So yeah, so I really like that. It's just a basic skater skirt, and then it's got a zip at the back, so I really, really love that. Next up we have Victoria's Secret. Oh my god, Victoria's Secret is literally like my mothership. We went to the store on Herald Square, which was by Macy's, And we did that on the first day, which was before I even knew that Henry was in New York, and it was the day that he'd done the scavenger hunt, and Victoria's Secret was actually one of the locations because he knows how obsessed I am with this shop. And the reason why he sent me there is because literally for the past 3 years I've been obsessed with the pink and white striped pyjamas, and whenever we've gone to America I have not been able to either get my size or they've not had them, and every time I've been like, oh, I just want the pyjamas. So I was like, this time I'm going and I'm not leaving New York without the bloody pyjamas. And he put $50 in an envelope so I could buy them, which was so sweet. But yeah, I got them, yay! Now that I've got them, I'm kind of too scared to wear them because I'm like, they're so pretty. But they're just the very classic pink and white striped pyjamas. I don't really know what else to say about them. It's just the kind of thing that you see on Pinterest, and I've just wanted them for years and years, and I finally got them. And this pack that I've got has got an eye mask that I'll never wear, but I thought it was cute. And these were $52, which is a pretty extortionate price for pyjamas. Like, usually I buy my pyjamas from like Primark. But I thought, you know what, I've wanted them for so long, and they're a lot cheaper than what you'd have in the UK. So I managed to grab one in my size, and I basically ran to the till. So, oh, I love them so much. Also at the bottom of my Victoria's Secret bag is some pants. These are actually from the pink section. I've got a pink bag in front of me. So they should probably be in there, not in the Victoria's Secret. But the pants in pink and Victoria's Secret were so much cheaper than the UK ones. I think in pink it was 5 for $20, which me and my sister worked out to be about £2–3 per pants. And we were like, you wouldn't even get that barely in Primark. So we were like throwing pants in our basket. So whilst we're talking about pink and Victoria's Secret, I'll just get onto the stuff that I bought from pink. This Herald Square store, if you've been to it, it is absolutely ginormous. Me and my sister literally spent about 7 hours in there. My poor mum had to go to Starbucks to go get a drink because she was just bored. But yeah, me and my sister went a bit crazy because there was just so many cool things, and obviously it's a lot cheaper than the UK. So first of all, I bought a very Corrie purchase. I bought a waterproof jacket. I know. I saw this on the very first day, and then the whole holiday I thought about it, and I said to Henry on the last day, I said, I can't stop thinking about this waterproof jacket, which is something I never thought I'd ever say. And I was like, I've got some money left, should I just go back and get it? And we went to have a look at it, and he was like, no, it's really nice, it'll be practical. And that was it, I bought it. So yeah, so it's just this pink waterproof jacket. It's again very maroon colour because whatever colour I'm gonna have. And it's got a hood that says pink on, and it's even got a dog on. Now the reason why I've got this is because I obviously walk Frank most days, and when it's been torrentially raining, which it has done quite a lot recently, I don't own a waterproof jacket, so I have to borrow Henry's jacket, and then his jacket doesn't have a hood, so then the water gets in my eyes, and I'm like, the rain's stinging my eyes, and it's just not pleasant for any of us. And also I do dog training with Frank, and that's outdoors, and again it's been a similar thing that me and Frank have just been like drowned rats. So I was like, if I can find a waterproof jacket that I actually like and actually want to wear, I'm going to get it because it's going to stop me getting wet. And I'm very particular about what I wear. Like Henry's always like, just shove something on. I'm like, no, I have to look fashionable. So I even want my waterproofs to look fashionable, which is why I bought this one. It was pretty, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty expensive for a waterproof jacket. I mean, I'm not really a waterproof jacket connoisseur, so I don't really know how much they are, but this was $80, which is about 50 quid. And I know that is quite pricey, but I just kept thinking about it, and I knew I would get a lot of wear out of it. And I was like, it's a practical item, and I've worn it so many times already, and it's really good because the hood is really big, so when I actually wear my hair in a ponytail, which is when I walk Frank, it actually goes over the ponytail. Amazing. This is my pink bag, by the way. What else did I buy from pink? Oh, I forgot about this top. That's the thing, I keep forgetting about what I've actually bought, which is not good. In the New York one, they had a lot of kind of touristy things that were kind of exclusive to that store. So I kind of become like this really big tourist when I go to places, and I'm like, I want to wear branded stuff. Like I always buy stuff, and then I come back home and I'm like, what was I thinking? But I really like this top. I think it's really cute. It's just this New York pink top with the Statue of Liberty, and it's got like these armbands, so it looks a bit sporty. But I thought even if I just wore it as a pajama top, I just thought it's a nice top to kind of keep and have as a souvenir, and it's not overly tacky. I bought this jumper because I am obsessed, is this colour again, I'm obsessed with kind of jumpers or hoodies that look like kind of college or university ones. So you know, like the kind of sporty ones that people wear in kind of America that they've bought at their high school or their college. I'm obsessed with them. So I saw this and thought it was very much kind of what you'd wear. It was that kind of style. I love a sweater because it's basically what I wear when I'm working around the house, and I just love the colour. So yeah, I bought this, thought that was really cool, and it's got zips on the bottom too. Next up, I have got a couple of tacky souvenir tops because I was like, Henry, I'm buying one of these before we go home because I just want one. And it's the I Love NY t-shirt. I probably paid way too much for these. I think I got 2 for $15. The tourist shops were literally just a bit of a nightmare, and it was last day and I was like, I just want to buy my tops and go. So yeah, so I bought this one, which is just the plain white, and I just thought it looks quite cool with like shorts and stuff, and I'm probably not going to wear it again to next summer, but if I do, I can wear it like as pyjamas perhaps. And then finally we went to a American Apparel, and we actually went to an American Apparel outlet store when we were in Soho. We kind of just stumbled across it, so that was really cool because everything was like really cheap. I picked up this black denim skater skirt, which I'm absolutely in love with. I think this is so cute, and I absolutely adore the shape. I think this will look amazing with tights and boots in the winter, and then I wore it with like bare legs and pumps whilst I was in America, and I just love it. And the best thing, I didn't take the label out, whoops, I did wear this as well. It was only $25, which is amazing because these kind of skirts, because I've looked at these kind of skirts in the UK before, they're about 50 quid, and I'm just like, I'm not paying that much for a denim skirt. So this was $25, so that was so cheap, and I was so happy to have found it in the outlet store. And I haven't got anything else like this, so I just think that will look so cute with like one of those tops and some tights and some boots and my leather jacket. I just think that would be a really cool autumn outfit. So my final fashion clothes purchase, I think, we went to Abercrombie and Fitch because we'd never been in there before, and we went on the one on 5th Avenue, so we kind of went for a little bit of a stroll, and as soon as I walked through the doors I spotted this amazing kind of tan biker jacket like on a mannequin, and I was like, oh my god, that biker jacket is amazing, but I was like, I bet it's going to cost like £600. Anyways, I found it and it only cost $98, which works out about £60, and I was like, that is an amazing price, because I was like, it's such good value, it's really nicely made, and I'd been looking for a tan biker jacket. I was like, I'm just gonna have to buy it. So this is it. It's kind of weird because the lapels are like kind of coat hanger material, so they're kind of adjustable, so I think I need to wear it a couple of times to kind of get it to kind of sit right, but ooh, here we go, this is it. And yeah, it just fits so well, and I was already looking for something like this, and I just think with some like jeans, it's kind of a nice alternative to my black biker jacket, and I can wear it in the winter. But yeah, I just thought it was a really like good value, and obviously we don't really have Abercrombie and Fitch in the UK. I think we might have a couple in like London or at the big shopping centres, I'm not too sure. But I was like, it's not the kind of jacket that loads and loads of people are going to have either, so that kind of swayed me too. Okay, so now we're going to move on to beauty, finally, and I'm going to start off, I think, with my Sephora haul, because I think I bought way more from the drugstore than on what I did from Sephora. Sephora. I absolutely love Sephora. Although I always make a list as long as my arm, whenever I get into Sephora, I kind of get this panic, so overwhelmed, and I have like this little kind of Lizzie McGuire person of like me saying, you've got so much makeup you can't close your drawers, and I kind of just get fear. So I never actually end up buying that much, and when I come home to the UK I'm like, why didn't I buy more? I'm such an idiot. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something I actually bought at the airport, and that was from the duty free shop, and this is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, because I was actually looking for Estee Lauder Double Wear, because I wanted a really good coverage, kind of long lasting foundation, because I thought if I'm going to be walking around New York, none of my foundations were that long lasting, and I was like, I need something that's going to stay on my face. And to be fair, it did last quite well. Since I've come home, I feel that it goes a little bit cakey on me, but I don't know if that's because my skin's got a little bit dry because of the weather. But oh my god, the selling point for this is the coverage. I don't have to wear like any concealer when I put this on because the coverage is that amazing. It really does a good job of covering up spots and marks, so I'm really impressed with the coverage side. It did last all day practically when I was in America. I didn't really have too much issue of shine or it kind of melting or anything, so that's quite good. But it's just since I've come home I feel that it kind of clings to dry patches, so maybe once my skin's in better condition. But yeah, it's really light and buildable, but the coverage is like really wowed me. And so I picked up an eye palette because I had been looking for a new neutral eye palette. I'm a bit bored of all my eyeshadows and I was like, I want something new. And I was tempted to get the new Urban Decay Smoky palette, but I just didn't really find it groundbreaking enough. I wanted something a bit different. So I picked up the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, which when me and my sister saw it, we were like, oh my god, and we both swatched it. And Frank has just done a really smelly face. So yeah, I got this neutral eye palette, and the top line is all shimmery glittery colours and the bottom line is mattes. And I just was like, I have to get this palette. I've not used it yet because I've been waiting to show it in this haul and to do photographs on my blog, and it's been killing me not using it. But I was like, no, it has to be perfect. But yeah, I mean, how pretty is that? Isn't it just beautiful? Next up, I bought a concealer, and this is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. A lot of people rave about this, and it's very high coverage, so I was like, that's going in my basket. I hope people get that reference. But yeah, I got this, and I'm going to just throw it out there, I'm not wowed by it. I mean, yeah, it is good coverage, but it's very chalky, and I find it quite hard to blend. It's kind of one of those chalky, quite stiff concealers. And sometimes if you kind of put too much on, you do look a bit cakey. But it's a good colour for me. This is the colour 6, and it was $30, so it wasn't the cheapest concealer, but it is quite good. But it is like, I thought it'd be creamier, like the NARS creamy concealer. I thought it would be like that kind of texture. But I'll keep going with it, and I'm glad I picked it up because it was something that I'd been kind of wanting for a couple of years. Finally, I picked up the Becca highlighter, the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, which is the highlighter which is in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, who is a YouTuber, and literally every single beauty YouTuber right now is losing their shit over this highlighter. And literally every single Sephora haul that I'd watched in preparation for going away featured this highlighter. And I watched Jaclyn Hill's video on it, and I was like, do you know what? I need that highlighter in my life because I love a highlighter. So I went into what's wrong with me? I went to Sephora, I looked at the stand, the Becca stand, it wasn't there, and I was like, brilliant. And I asked the lady, and she literally looked at me like I had a free head. She hadn't got a clue what I was talking about. And I was like, lady, you work here, do you research? Anyways, and then someone else came up to me and said that she thought they'd had some in that morning, but they'd all disappeared. So I was like, brilliant. So I was like, okay, whatever. But then I turned around a corner and they had this new in section, and in the new in section was loads of these, and I was like, yes, everything's good again. So yeah, it's a very kind of warm toned peachy goldy bronze. No, it's not bronze. I'd say it's a kind of a peach gold champagne colour. It's very pigmented. I've barely used it because, again, I've been wanting to take photographs of it, so I kind of want it to look as pristine as possible. But it survived the plane journey home, thank God, because I've had a lot of these breaking in the pan. And yeah, it's very pretty. It's very glittery. I would say that this is probably better for warmer skin tones because it is quite a warm highlighter. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I was like, you know when you got your hands on something you don't think you're going to get your hands on, and you're just like, yeah. So now we're going to move on to the drugstore, and there's a lot more because I bought quite a lot from the drugstore. First of all, there was a CVS literally down the road from our hotel, so that was the one I visited the most, and I bought a bit of a random thing. I bought a diaper rash ointment, which is basically the US version of Sudocrem. Now, I absolutely love Sudocrem because it really helps to heal my skin, and I know that some bloggers are like, Sudocrem's the devil, but I love it, and I don't really care because it works for me. Now, there's an ingredient in Sudocrem which I feel is really good for kind of healing your skin, which is called zinc oxide, and the UK Sudocrem has only 15%. I found this one that's got 40%. So yeah, so this is just basically to promote healing. It helps with redness, and although it's not like a miracle worker, I have found that my skin heals pretty quickly when I use this, and if I do tend to get a scab, which is really gross. From a spot, it does heat up a lot quicker. Next, I picked up this Body Fantasies spray in vanilla. I bought the Candy Floss version back in Florida, and I love it. And whenever I spray it, it reminds me of America because I took it to America with me for 2 trips. And it's a really good kind of concentrated spray, and I've got so much of it left, so I wanted to buy this one. Also because Lauren Elizabeth, who's one of my favourite YouTubers, she is like a brand ambassador and she's always Instagramming this one, and I was like, I'm going to be a fangirl and I want the same one. So I'm sad. So basically, if you've been watching some of my videos, you will know that on the first night, Henry surprised me in New York. And I didn't even know it was in New York, but apparently, not apparently, he bought the whole trip and made me think it was a competition. And then he surprised me at this park at sunset and he asked me to marry him, which is all very exciting, and you can watch the vlog down below. Basically, when he asked me to marry him, I didn't think this was going to happen, obviously. And I was wearing a Essie Blossom Dandy nail polish, which is like an aqua kind of blue. And I was like, I don't really think this is my engagement colour. So that night we went into a drugstore to get drinks and stuff for the room, and I was like, I'm just going to pop upstairs to the beauty counter, and I went to Essie and I was like, I'm going to buy myself an engagement colour because I thought it'd be nice to have a nail polish that I can be like, that's my engagement colour. And I wanted to do like the proper kind of ring picture because that's what girls have to do, and I was like, I just don't think blue nail polish was the look I was going for. So I picked up Essie's Minimalistic, which I don't think is one you can get in the UK, unfortunately, but it's a very pretty pale pink, and if you've seen my engagement ring pictures, that is the nail polish that I am wearing. So I did kind of cheat because that wasn't the nail polish he proposed to me when I was wearing, but we're just going to skip past that. But whilst we're talking about bridal nail polish, on the last day, me and Henry did like a bit of a drugstore spree of like any last bits that we wanted to get before we went to the airport, and I saw this and I could not resist. I was like, Henry, we have to get back in the queue. And it's basically a little Essie kit, and it's called Colourful Ever After, and it's a bride set, so it's brides no grooms, mademoiselle and brides to be. And I was like, Henry, I'm gonna be a real cringe bag, but I was like, I'm gonna buy this because I was like, I'm so excited, and I love Essie. Essie is my favourite nail polish brand, and I was like, it's just a cute little thing because I am going to be a bride to be. So I was like, I'm going to buy this. It was $16, it was more expensive, there was like no tag on it, but I was like, it's just a really cute thing to have, and again, it's something that I can keep and be like, I bought that when I was in America and we just got engaged. And yeah, I just thought that was really cute, and I love Essie colours, so I've been wanting to try Mademoiselle for quite a long time. So yeah, I picked that up because I'm a bit of a cringe bag. In CVS they had a NYX, is it NYX or NYX? I never know how to exactly call them. They had that kind of stand, and there wasn't actually that much on it, which was quite disappointing. But I did pick up a couple of things. I bought this lip liner, which is the colour Nude, and it's really nice. It's quite dark, it's a lot darker than what I was expecting, but it's like a dark kind of almost dark nude, almost brown, but I really like it. I think it's a really cool autumn colour. It's very kind of Kylie Jenner, so I'm still kind of obsessed with that kind of look. And it lasts, literally, I'm not even joking, all day. And then I picked up this jumbo eye pencil because I've heard a lot about these, and I picked it up in the colour Cashmere, which is like a very pale champagne gold because I love this kind of colours. I also bought a nail varnish, which is the Sally Hansen Double Duty Base and Top Coat, because Sally Hansen nail polishes are my favourite kind of top coats. I think they're the only ones that actually work on me where your nails don't chip. So I bought a double duty one, and I have noticed that my nails haven't chipped as easily when I've been using this. So gold star for you, Sally. And this isn't a drugstore purchase, but it's really cool and exciting. Well, I think so. It's from Dylan's Candy Bar, which is a sweet shop, and it's on 5th Avenue. So definitely, is it 5th Avenue or Lexington Avenue? I can't remember, but it's kind of by Bloomingdale's, and it's just this amazing kind of 3-story sweet shop. It's been like in things like Gossip Girl, so yeah, really cool. Anyway, I went in the door and they have a special collection at the moment, which is in collaboration with Mean Girls, and you guys all know me, like I love Mean Girls, like almost like as much as I love Gossip Girl, like amazing. And I went in and there was all these Mean Girls themed sweets, and I literally lost my shit. I was just like, oh my god, and everything was quite expensive, so I was like, do I buy anything? And my sister and Henry were like, Mean Girls is your thing, like you have to buy something, it would be weird if you didn't. And the thing I decided to go for is this You Go Glen Coco hot chocolate, because You Go Glen Coco is literally my saying. It's like my motto in life. It's just, I say it all the time to everyone, and you probably know that if you watch my videos and read my blog, but I'm always saying You Go Glen Coco. And I was like, I have to buy this, and it's hot chocolate, but it's not just any hot chocolate, it's pink hot chocolate. So I was like, do you know what, that kind of justifies the $12 price tag, because I was like, it's You Go Glen Coco, and it's pink. Like, I've never had pink hot chocolate before, have you? I'm sure you haven't. So yeah, I'm very excited about trying this, and I can just keep this forever. And it says on the back, ho ho ho, getting candy cane grams is great and everything, but getting hot chocolate is even better, even when it's pink. And then at the bottom it says, and none for Gretchen Wieners, bye. And that is everything. I've literally just gone through all my bags, because if I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I probably will go back and be like, oh, I forgot to show that thing, damn it. But yeah, that was my New York haul. As you can see, I bought quite a lot of things because it was a pretty long video, and I've actually got a sore throat from talking so much, so that's not good. But yeah, I had the best time in New York, as you can tell from the vlogs and stuff, and obviously it was a very, very special trip. So yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed all the vlogs and the proposal video and the haul video and everything. I promise that's it now. I'm kind of gonna just leave New York alone now. We'll go back to normal kind of videos and stuff. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and also a big thanks for your lovely comments and stuff about the recent vlogs and stuff, because it really has meant a lot to me and Henry, and we've gone through them all together, and it's just really, really nice. So thank you all so much for being so lovely and kind, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.